Hello, everybody. Joe Bag Donuts here. Welcome back for another episode of Umineko. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot today. Pretty much after I finished recording, I went into a violent coughing fit and went to bed, and I did not stop coughing until 1 o'clock in the afternoon today. Still getting them occasionally, but last night was brutal. I thought I might have like an actual cold, like on top of my allergies, but no, just just one of the symptoms of like hay fever around here with this pollen, which is rough. Like it was bad last night. Like I would wake up like coughing, like like full on, like dying. It was rough, but it's like 8:30, not 10. It's probably gonna be 10 when I finish recording this. 8:30 at night right now. I spent all day playing Final Fantasy 14. Finally finished leveling my summoner up to 50 at least. Which only two classes left to go. I just gotta well, no wait, three, I think three. Is Pugilist an ARR class? I think it is. Anyway, maybe three, 2.5 actually, because Scholar and Summoner share the same base class, so it's already leveled that far. I just need to, start the Scholar quest line. But you don't care about that. What's more important is I finally finished Rants 4.1. Nice little side story game. Only takes a couple hours to do. Then I just got to do 4.2 tomorrow, and then I can go on to the side stories before 5. I think it's like the 5-point games are like the ones that people don't like. Though I also heard the same thing about like the 4-point games, but I think that's just because they're little side things instead of mainline, and people get bitchy about that kind of thing. Anyway, you're not here for this. You're here for Umineko. Fucking tea party in question mark? I don't know, man. Anything could happen. Last time, fucking Battler was wiped the hell out, and he somehow pulled through in like that. Not even 11th hour. The episode was already over. Your fucking 13th hour comeback, if that's even a thing. So let's see if Erica is able to maybe slip through the cracks somehow. Also, I'm hot. It's so hot. It's like really warm today. I would love to have my fan going, but if the fan's on, it sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel. At least my window AC unit isn't that bad. I just don't want to put it in right now. Byato took Battler's hand and put a ring with the seal of the one-winged eagle on his finger.
いいのか
So you guys like at least pick up, Erica's body, or is she just fucking lying spread eagle, fucking gunshot to the head, right off to the side?
ですからこの指輪はバトラさんのものです。
本当にいいのかこれはお前が生み出した世界
It's fine.
はい、あなたと一緒になりたくて生み出した物語だからもうこの世界の目的は果たされました。
That's a fairly roundabout way of doing it. You could have just talked to
だか
him.
らこれからはあなたが紡いでください。私とあなたのこれてんじゃ勝手が狂うか領主のめんどくさい仕事を押し付けるだけよ。
Yep, then you can go fucking slack in your nice comfy bedroom
夫
next
人
to
は
a
威張
pile
る
of
だけで
gold.
いいから実に気楽なことだ。わらわは日々を遊んでそなたが新しい物語を書くのを待てばいい。そして新しい物語のたびにそなたのためにどんな役でもこなそう。
Maybe now the Battler's in charge, we can tone down the animosity a bit.
妻でも
The depravity.
俺の物語は激しいぞ 朝から晩まで大忙しだ。
望むところよ。
Beato's hands relinquished the ring of the territory lord. From Battler, she received a single ring with a crest that could be worn, that could only be worn by the wife of the territory lord. Then they exchanged the rings, and their wedding was complete. Then, the pair turned around, faced the packed crowd of guests, and raised the rings high. A thunderous applause rang out for them. Oh?
呼ばれたる者は前へ。
At Battler's nod, Beato read the name of the first guest to be recognized.
カノン、前へ。
Yeah, you were kind of MVP in this one.
カノン君。
The girl goat pushed her way through the crowd, took off her mask, and yelled. A cloud of gold butterflies gathered before Battler and Beato, and took the form of Cannon, kneeling in front of these two nobles. Cannon had already died and vanished. However, all of the dead revive in the Golden Land.
カノン、ここに。
そなたは囚われの身となっていた我が夫の危機に対し、これを救出し、
Yeah,
永
it came in
遠の
clutch.
牢獄に自ら残るという自己犠牲を見せた。その献身、叙勲に値する。よってその身の復活と士官を許可するものである。
How convenient.
ありがたき幸せ。
カノン君。ヨシア君。ヨシア君。
Alright, we already had enough of your screaming last time, Jessica. Tone it down a bit. You're being hysterical. Jessica raced forward and landed, sobbing in Cannon's chest. Cannon patted her head gently and held her.
家具として使えるんじゃないぜ。人間として使えるんだぜ。そこの意味理解してるよな。
はい。
After looking at Jessica sobbing, he looked at Battler again and nodded forcefully.
そしてもう一組、後ろ宮ジョージ、並びにシャノン、前へ。
George and Shannon were the next to be called. Perhaps they had already readied themselves. They walked forward boldly and kneeled.
後ろ宮ジョージ、ここに。
シャノン、ここに。
そなたらはゼパルとフルフルの試練を見事最後まで耐え抜いた。その見事な功績と愛情、決意と高潔さは模範としてこの上
Gold
な
Star.
よって両名の結婚証明書を陛下の署名にて発行する。
ありがたき幸せ。
本証明書は何人たりとも異議申し立てすることはかなわない。叙勲者親族一同は心して祝福せよ。
Yeah, you can bitch and moan all you want, Ava. Not gonna change
つう
anything.
わけだ。しがらみは一切なしで、どうか二人に米粒の雨をぶつけて祝福してやってくれ。よっ、おめでとう。これ。
When the territory lord clapped his hands in celebration, it spread throughout the entire cathedral. Then, a group of goats in the front line of the crowd took off their masks one by one.
いいこと？あんまりしょっぱいお味噌汁作ったら許さないんだからね。それからジョージは少し太りやすいから砂糖は控えめに。
Yeah, it seems like getting pudgy runs in the family.
ジョージ、男は結婚したらな、親より嫁を大切にせなあかん。
You know, he's lucky he's young right now, but once he gets older, you know, it just kind of accumulates and then it doesn't go away.
母さんが何を言ってもな、シャノンちゃんをしっかり守るんやで。
ああ、当然さ。
ジョージさん。ジョージはね、きっちり7時間寝ないとダメなのよ。
Well, yeah, 7's like the bare
夜更
minimum.
かしさせたら許さないんだから
Oh,
ね。
even when I get just 7 hours of sleep, like I did last night, I'm still dying.
背中を流すのも耳の掃除も
Last night
妻
doesn't
の
count
仕事な
because
のよ。
it wasn't a full, entire continuous sleep. I was woken up periodically by my hacking.
そうだったんですか？私としたこ
You
と
get
が。
it's fine. You guys have a Western style house where you can't really
仕
share a
事内容
bathtub.
は家による。
ルドルフさん、妻を大事にしてる？
してるじゃねえか。なんでそこ疑うんだよ。
お幸せにね、ご両人。結婚はゴールじゃないわ。むしろスタートよ。
You're not really one to talk.
おめでとうおめでとう。うりゅー。おめ
Well, I
で
guess
と
it
う。
makes sense for you to be the one to say, don't rest on your laurels.
僕たちも負けてられないですね。
絶対負けねえぜ。畜生。
Maybe wait a little longer, though. Like, finish school. All of the Ushiromiya family, all of the servants, and all of the spirits and demons in attendance celebrated the honorees with even greater applause.
これ見て、黄金の魔女によって紡がれる物語は幕を閉じる。最後に碑文にて物語を結ぶのがよい。
Okay.
以下は黄金の魔女の碑文より黄金鏡の章。魔女は賢者をたたえ、4つの宝を与えるだろう。一つは黄金鏡のすべての黄金。
Uh-huh.
一つはすべての死者の魂をよみがえらせ、一つは失った愛すらも
It's
よ
been
み
a
がえ
while
らせ。
since we ever really even, bothered with the
一つ
epitaph.
は魔女を永遠
I
に
say that,
眠り
you
に
know.
つかせる。
It was only like last episode.
安らかに眠れ。
Not like last episode as in last episode I uploaded, but the last,
ベアトリーチェ。
chapter episode thing. This one didn't really delve too much into it. Damn, you fucking didn't even get brought up at all.
これでベアとは満足して眠りについたってこと？そう解釈するのが妥当であろう。それでゲームはお開きになったからお兄ちゃんは解放されるんでしょ？お兄ちゃんはどうなるの？さてどうなるやら。そのかけらの書物はそこまでの物語しか記しておらぬようだ。お兄ちゃんがどうなるか結局わからずじまいじゃない。
Nope. It's not as though anything will come out of it anyway. In the end, Oni-chan and the others never came back. They reached the Golden Land and enjoyed themselves there. So says the tale, but in reality, everyone died in that horrific accident.
でもいろいろと興味深い
Yeah,
こ
it
と
would
が
be
知れ
nice
た
if
わ。
it went that smoothly.
あの島はやっぱりとんでもない幻想の島なのね。
Not even seeing is believing, because you can't even trust what you see.
まったくだ。そしてそなたの朗読はとても素晴らしいものだった。なんだかぶっ通して6時間くらい映画を見せられたような疲労
Well,
感。
most of those big movies like Cleopatra and Ben-Hur have intermissions built into them.
疲れた。後宮エンジェ、本当にご苦労だった。我が退屈はそなたの朗読によって
Good movies
癒され
too.
た。このフェザリーヌ、数えることも忘れて久しい年月ぶりに心よりそなたに感謝するぞ。感謝するなら私にも何か助君してほしいわね。何が
Oh,
いい
you
の
know,
か
like some answers.
少し時間をもらおう。考える。
Featherine sat down in a rocking chair and rocked it gently, apparently trying to think of something.
後宮エンジェ、本当にご苦労だった。よくぞ最後まで朗読に付き合ってくれた。これにて我が巫女の
Yeah, it
任
takes a lot out of you to, read aloud for a long, extended period of time.
そなたは元の世界に戻り、 そなたに与えられた運命を再開するがいい。やれやれ。
I mean,
とんだ寄り道だったっ
is
て
that
感じ
really
ね。
a fate you want?
すねるな。褒美は今考えている。そうだな。たまには少し。いや、もう随分とやっていない。壺のインクも干からびて墨になっていそうであるな。
Where are you going with this? Even after the tale ended, Anje and Hachijo's debate over continued for quite some time. It was very serious and fiery. Anje had acknowledged that this tale was no crazy literary work, but a new message bottle which had drifted here once more from the Rokenjima of 12 years previous to tell her of a single possible truth. And it seemed as though she had found her own interpretation of the truth she thought the tale was trying to tell. Of course, this was only one truth. It did not mean an end to her journey. Still, this interpretation had its place. It wasn't sufficient to fill the 12-year gap in her heart. However, for now, she was content just to enjoy the feeling the tale had created, along with the bitter coffee Hachijo had made.
ありがとう。最後まで読んでくれて。そして、あなたの考えと感想を。きっと一番最初の無限の魔女も喜んでいると思います。なんだ、素直にそういうことも言えるじゃない。
'Cause she's old.
最初からそういう口調で喋ってれば、もっとファンも増えるんじゃない？あなたという素晴らしい読者を称えているだけです。物言わぬ、考えることもできぬ豚どもに読ませるくらいならば、あなた一人のために原稿を記す方が、私に与えられた寿命という時間をよほど有意義に費やせると言いたいだけ。
Yeah, but you're not going to make much money that way. Good luck paying the bills with just Anje.
だから、
Well,
そういうことを言
now
わ
that
な
I
きゃ
say
いいの
that,
に。
no, that is entirely possible. You know, rich eccentric people being patrons of other eccentric artists. Not that much of a stretch.
ま、一応は褒められたと思っておくわ。さて。
I get the feeling that I spent a really, really long time here. It feels as though I've spent a major fraction of my life here. Should feel uncomfortable sitting here on a sofa in someone else's house, but for some strange reason, it feels as familiar as my own home. My own home. I wanted to say house, but did not say house. It said home. However, the clock shows that it's only been about 2 or 3 hours since I met her. My sense of time feels very strange.
お連れの方は遅いですね。長電話かしら。男のくせに気持ち悪いやつ。
Is it? I mean, if he's like lying on his bed and like kicking his feet and like twirling the cord and like chatting away, then maybe, but he said he was going to make a scheduled report to Okonogi-san, didn't he? Even though he was told that he could use the phone here, he declined and went to look for a public payphone somewhere. Something about how he didn't want to risk being bugged. It was too ridiculous a point to argue, so I just left him to it.
公衆電話って遠いんですか？通りに出て
Shouldn't be. It's
ずっ
the
と下って
80s.
いけば
Well,
角のお店にあります
90s
よ。
now.
これでおいとまします。これ洋館代にでも。そのお金をあなたに払ったらまた来て私の新しい原稿を読んで感想を聞かせてくれますか？札束払ってまで私みたいな可愛くない女に原稿を読んでほしいんですか？いいえ。
I mean, basically
あな
just,
た
you
は
know,
本当に良
cutting
い
out the middleman
よ
of
く
like
考
the
える
editor
読者だった
at like the distribution place. So, you know,
あなたのような人を探すために
might end up saving in the
私
long
たち
run.
は物語を紡ぎ世に放っているのです。褒めすぎだわ。私は読書に感情移入しすぎるタイプなだけよ。
Yeah, you seem the type to get
この短
emotionally
くない時
attached.
間を割いてくれたお礼にいつかきっとあなたの物語を書きましょう。またあんたの義書に私が登場するの？今度はマシな殺し方を頼むわ。あなたは 奇跡はお好き？
Yeah, who doesn't?
ご都合主義？昔は嫌いだったけど最近は大歓迎よ。ただ口が肥えてるんでビルから飛び降りて無傷なくらいじゃもう奇跡には入れてないけど。
Yeah, you just landed on some construction netting.
ではそんなあなたが奇跡に思える物語をやがていつか。どうも。突然押しかけてひどいことばっかり言って
Yeah, that's
す
just
み
your
ませんでした。
personality. Don't apologize for being who you are.
いいえ、有意義な対談でしたよ。編集局長さんにまたあなたとの対談をセッティングしてもらおうかしら。その機会がまたあるならね。 See you again. Have a nice day. ええ、またいつかあなたの真実にたどり着けますよ。
Yeah, so try to live that long, huh?
ありがとう。もしあなたの真実にたどり着けたならあなたの真実もいつか物語に
Yeah,
して
don't
みて
go
くだ
getting
さい。
fucking whacked on some random island for, you know, no good reason.
あんたらの魔女仲間になれとどうかしら。文字書くの苦手だし良き読者が
Same.
良き執筆者とは限らないわよ。
I mean, like, I can write bullshit. Like, I can just fucking, like, verbal diarrhea onto a page and, you know, have it be good enough to get a B. But, like, writing an actual, like, substantive, you know, meaningful thing, no.
いやいや、全く。私も人の本は全く読めませんし。やれやれ。じゃあこれで。あなたとはこれで二度と会わないだろうけれど、いつかどこかで別のあなたにまた会える幸運を祈っています。
It's a small world.
最後に一つだけ聞いてもいい？どうぞ。物語の中に登場したフェザリーヌって魔女、あれはあんたよね。
Yes.
語るのもおこがましいですが、そのつもりです。こういう質問もおかしいんだけど、あんたがフェザリーヌなの？フェザリーヌがあんたなの？
Does it matter?
さて、何の話やら。
The mysterious woman remained mysterious to the end. And so I made it through a day I had no memory of, and the following day I took a boat to Nijima. I'll probably never see her again. However, that just means I won't see her. The other me's might somewhere down the road. Just as I was able to reach several truths, I pray that they too can reach their destinations. So long, Featherine. If you ever write a better story, please call me again. If I'm free, I might drop by.
おかげさまでこんな豪勢なエスコートは初めてですぜ。
Yeah, I just gotta hang out at a cafe.
おこのぎの旦那も招待したいくらいだ。
遠慮する。もう俺は年だ。飛んだり跳ねたりは卒業したぜ。
The person on the other end of the line was Okanogi. Okanogi was also one who tended to move from place to place, so it hadn't been easy to catch him even on the phone.
こっちはクールな旅をしてますんで、今んところ飛んだり跳ねたりの必要はありません。
スマデラカスミが死に物狂いで探している。情報屋の話じゃ、すでに六軒島への足まで用意させてるらしい。鉢合わせするぜ。
予定通り
So come
ですかね。
strapped.
せいぜい5、6人前後のグループだろう。武装もおそらく拳銃程度。お前の敵じゃない。好きに暴れろ。だが確実に殺せ。お前好みのおもちゃは
Dead men tell no tales.
もちろん。旦那もよくこんなもんが国内で手配できるもんだ。
Behind Amakusa was the rental car they had borrowed under a false name, inside of which was now a black golf
スマ
bag.
デラ本家も了承済みだが、終わったらとっとと日本を離れろ。今度は何かで
Nice.
カップ
Got
麺を
permission to
箱で買うのを
fucking
忘れ
whack
るんじゃね
Kazumi.
えぞ。
Cool.
今度は気をつけますって。
Even they're like, yeah, this has kind of gotten out of hand.
ちょろい仕
We,
事
we,
です。
we didn't intend for it to blow up this bad, you know, do what you need to do.
あと例の件も分かってるよな。
例の件。はて、何のことやら。
とぼけやがって。まあいいさ。お前はなんだかんだ言って昔から俺の期待を裏切らない男さ。
Whatever could this hidden thing be? That's an actual question. I'm not being facetious there.
いくらでもやりようがあるさ。
何の話か分かりかねますぜ。
エンジェちゃんもかわいそうな子なのは分かってる。
Unless it's, you know, all loose ends.
ならそうと真相の令状らしく振る舞ってくれりゃいいんだが、エヴァさんなきゃと俺たちは結束していくことで合意してんだ。みこしは大事だが少々よろしくない。世界平和のためにもな。
Yeah.
流れ次第ってこ
Being
と
pretty
ですぜ。
straightforward with it now, but
スマデラの黒服がマシな銃の撃ち方をしてくれりゃいいんだが。なんです旦那。
まさかほんの数日の逃避行でエンジちゃんとできちまったわけじゃねえだろうな。
no.
あんな父くせえ小娘にご冗談を。
いや俺は別にいいんだぜ。お前もようやく女にちょっかいを出すくらいには吹っ切れたってことじゃねえか。世界の半分は女なんだぜ。
Oh, it's not, you know, an even
一人
50-50,
や
but
二人
close
で
enough.
うじうじしてたら身が持たねえぜ。
おっと、噂すりゃなんとやらだ。お嬢が来ました。そんじゃこれで。
Yeah, I can't really have this conversation when she's, you know, hovering around his shoulder.
新島の宿に着いたら連絡しますぜ。それじゃ。
Anje walked down the street towards me. Why'd she have to do that when I told her to wait for me to come back? If only she wasn't like this, she might have lived a long life.
ずいぶん長電話だったのね。待ち疲れたからおいとましてきたわ。
I'm surprised you had that much spare change on you.
すみませんすみません。お嬢はどうでした？
Well, then again, this is also Japan, and those payphones have like the pay cards.
何
you
か
can
面
use.
白いことは分かりましたかい？
面白かった。収穫はそれだけよ。
そいつはクールだ。
After Amakusa opened the passenger side door, Anje got in the car. Amakusa quickly went around to the driver's seat.
じゃあ港へ向かいます。旦那の情報じゃスマデラ家が網を張ってるらしいですぜ。
それに引っかかるようなら、私の運もその程度。引っかからないなら、六軒島は私を待ってるわ。任せましょう。
Yep, just gotta slip on right through.
どうするか決めかねているとき、あるいはどうでもいいとき、コイントスのように運命に身を任すのも悪いことじゃないわ。
Better than doing nothing.
なら俺もそいつに任せてみますかね。嫌いじゃねえや、そういうの。
ボディーガードが運任せとか言い出したわ。最悪。
旦那との電話のせいですっかりオチを読み損ねちまった。あの後どうなったんですかい？聞かせてくださいよ。
嫌よ。教えないわ。
そりゃ残念。
The car dashed through the hilly town. It would not return to Hachijo's house for all eternity. However, Anje didn't get sentimental about it. For now, she just wanted to silently consider the new message bottle that the endless witch Hachijo Toya had given her. In the rearview mirror, the town where a witch lived faded off into the distance. However, that scene wasn't reflected in Anje's eyes. She was just staring at the title card. Hey, wow, look at that. A nice short one this time. That's not 3 hours long. Great. Actually leaves us time to do the question mark segment. Fantastic. Love it. All right, give us the epilogue to the epilogue. That is also the prologue.
ラムダどこ
Just having to say that felt like admitting defeat, and I didn't like it. Why is it that she's always so obnoxious and clingy when I don't need her, and then won't answer when I call her name? Where am I? Annoyed by the completely predictable ending, I had left the cathedral. I'd planned on finding me some terrace with a cool night's breeze, where I could kill time until the end of that farcical reception.
確かに人の顔を見たくなかったから人気のない方へばかり進んだけどさすがにこれはいないにも程があるわ
I, the great Berncastel, am lost? A miracle like that certainly couldn't happen. Yes, miracles don't exist in this world. To create a miracle, you need an amount of time that can never be reached, a period that is no different from infinity. So, when something that appears to be a miracle happens in a shorter span than that time, it is not a miracle, but due to someone's design. In other words, the reason I'm walking down this bizarre corridor is because someone's design has forced me here.
誰こんな手の込んだ真似で私を呼ぶのはよっぽどの恥ずかしがり屋みたいねこんな人気のないところに呼び出すんだから
Then, from the other end of the dark corridor, I heard a sound. Patter, 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 patter. It sounded as though some small animal, like a dog or a cat, was walking at a quick pace. No miracle could cause a dog or a cat to be in a place like this. Such a miracle would not be allowed. Since it isn't a miracle, it means I'm being guided in that direction. Alright then. This might be some new idea to keep me entertained. If this is some new joke of Lambda's, I'll cover her whole body with honey using my tongue as a reward. And then, I'll stick parasol chocolates into her eyes and tell her to never do it again. What are those? Are we talking like bonbons or parasol chocolates? Don't autocorrect me. Oh, okay, they're those. They're the ones that are like spikes. Parasol, like an umbrella. Gotcha. It didn't connect in my head for parasol to be, related to chocolate. So I'm like, what is this? Some fucking fancy French word? But no, it's literally an umbrella-shaped chocolate. In the direction that the noise had come from, it was not only dim, but shrouded in complete darkness. However, I could sense something in that darkness. There were two emerald green glints, probably cat eyes. The eyes of a black cat that blended well into the darkness.
あなたが呼んだのそれともあなたが使い
When I looked at my feet, I saw red cat footprints leading towards those cat eyes. It was unsettling, as though it had run along a puddle of blood on its way here. After my eyes adjusted to the darkness, even with the lack of light, I was vaguely able to make out the red footprints ahead of me. They weren't actually glowing or anything, but they served perfectly well as a signpost leading me onwards. Patter, 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 patter. As though it was telling me to follow, the cat turned around and dashed off into the darkness. is this? Something feels very strange. It's a feeling I haven't felt since I began calling myself the cruelest witch in the world. I can't quite remember what this feeling is. Still, for one as tired as boredom as me, it's surely more fun this way. I followed the bloody footprints of the cat, which would sometimes stop and look back at me, and walked on and on through the dark corridor. It headed forwards, turned corners, and descended what appeared to be stairs from time to time. And then, though I couldn't really tell because of the darkness, it slipped through the crack of a door.
ここ
I pushed the door open slowly, but it was dark on the inside, just like the corridor. However, the air and the slight change in the echoes made by the footsteps told me that it was a room, not a corridor. The sound of the cat's footsteps were gone. However, the bloody footprints remained. On the other side of some sort of wooden screen, under what looked like small spotlights, that same black cat was noisily gobbling down a bowl of pet food. I see. So, this is its reward for bringing me here.
猫
Is it like the wet cat food?
お食事中悪いけれどそろそろあんたの主人を呼んでちょうだいそれともまさかあんたが私を呼んだ本人ってわけじゃないわよね
Talking to it didn't cause it to turn around. Well, I guess it is an animal eating its food. If I kick it away, it'll probably run off to its owner. Don't go kicking cats. When I did kick the cat, it sailed away like a stuffed animal, hit the wall, and fell to the ground. Then it vanished, as though it had melted into the darkness. What's with this cat? Is it just an illusion? When I looked at its food bowl, it was piled up with what appeared to be blood-drenched raw meat. It was as though someone had torn apart living flesh on the spot and piled it into there.
なんなのこの趣味の悪い艦隊はケルトはひどいことをする
The instant I heard that voice, the hairs on the back of my neck stood on end. Then, the surrounding area finally brightened. However, Marcastell had already guessed where this was before it grew bright.
So, その猫は肉を食らい
What a metaphor.
選ぶ道もあることを学んだ猫よ久しぶりであるなあんたが教えなきゃ気づかずに済んだ道よ肉の味を教えた化け物生き返ったのねフェザリーヌ・アウアウローラ
Oh, I forgot that was her full name. Yeah, I'm not
ア
saying
ウグ
that.
ストス・アウローラであるとそなたには何度
Yeah, I
教
can't
え
forget
ても
the,
覚えぬな
oh god, what's the fucking Roman title for the middle name? It's whatever, something Nomen.
よいそれもまた
I forgot.
懐かしい
It's been a long time since I took my Latin classes.
噂は聞き及んでいるぞ奇跡の魔女ベルンカステルを名乗りあまり褒められぬかけら遊びをして回っている
Yeah.
あんたの真似をしてるだけよ到底及びやしないけれどもし私の噂がよからぬものならばあんたはそれに100をかけるべきだわ
You're also probably right, but, you know, we personally haven't seen that side of Featherine. Marcastell sat unreservedly in an antique chair, just man-spreading, as though she was already familiar with the place.
何を怯えているか私はこれまでで最も長く過ごした巫女との再会を喜んでいるだけであろうが使いの猫がそんなにも気に入らなかったか
By all appearances, Marcastell's manners seemed relaxed. However, Featherine admonished her, telling her not to be afraid. Yeah, it's pretty clear Berncastell's, you know, kind of putting up a front here. And, judging by the expression that arose to Bern's face, Featherine had been right on the mark. You know, puffing yourself up so that way you look big. You know, as a fear response.
血の足跡を残しながら歩き、血まみれの肉を頬張る猫なんてね。怯えるな。よく見よ。血まみれの肉を頬張る猫などどこにいる？
Yeah, we're in a nice little cafe.
そなたを迎えに行った褒美にビスケットの皿を与えただけではないか。
Don't give your cat biscuits. It's probably not good for him. Or candy. Despite there being no wind, the bowl at her feet seemed to blow away as those made of soot. And in its place lie a lovely and perfectly normal cat dish. No, that's a pile of bloody candy. I don't know what you're talking about, bud. With a pile of small biscuits on top of it. Berncastell's didn't even hide her displeased grimace. Featherine shrugged and muttered, "You haven't changed, child of man," as she rocked her rocking chair.
相変わらず不愉快なやつだわ。でもね。
Though you can't let the cat like lick the ice cream bowl, you know, once you're done with it, you know, as a treat occasionally.
あんたの真似をしてるとね、本当に退屈しないわ。なじれ、好きに、かつて別れに際し、そなたに許した置き土産だ。口の悪い巫女は退屈しないから好き。ち、バカバカしい。あんたを喜ばせるくらいなら、口をつぐむわ。
It seems more like Featherine appreciates, you know, other people talking, so
何の用？
she might propose some questions.
ベアトリーチェのゲームがバトラの勝利によって終わったそうだな。感激していた。なかなか面白かった。
Mm-hmm.
私の無様な役。
Yep, everyone got their little
それは
happily
面
ever
白かっ
after.
たでしょうよ。とんでもない。なかなか光栄であった。
Hey, you played the role of villain to a T.
ベアトもそ
Fantastic.
なたに感謝しているだろう。それで
It's like when you go to like a Broadway performance and the villain gets like the biggest
ベアトの
applause.
ゲームのかけらを朗読しろって言うならお断りよ。私はもうあんたの巫女じゃない。私はベアトのゲームをすべて感激してきた。ラムダデルタのゲームも、バトラのゲームも興味深く感激させてもらった。一応すべての謎に私なりの答えを用意できたつもりでいる。犯人、
You're way above
動
me.
機、個別のトリック、碑文の謎は最後がギリギリわからぬが、私が実際に六軒島に行き検証すればわかる程度のレベルまでの推理は持っている。それで無論真実は一つでない以上、私の推理が許される可能性の中の一つに過ぎぬだろう。しかし
Swap them
それは
around
可
and
能
still make
性
it
の
work.
範囲内でありさまつな問題だ。何よ、私とベアとのゲームの論争がしたいの？違う。したいのは答え合わせだ。人の子よ。
Okay. The words of Featherines made Berncastell straighten up. Her old master did not fail to notice that small reaction.
そなたも出演者として参照のように物語を盛り上げてきた。その過程で多くの真実も知るだろう。しかしベアトが巧みに隠してきたいくつかの謎については、そなたも知らぬのではないか？
We gonna compare answer sheets?
なるほど。私にまた腹渡を食いちぎって引きずり出す役をやらせたいのね。感激を得ればパンフレットを読み舞台裏を知るのは、そなた風に言うなら食後にたしなむ紅茶のようなものだ。
Yeah, I prefer my coffee.
それはたしなみだが欠かすことはできぬ。生きてるうちはめでて遊んで、死んだら肉を食らってご機嫌満腹。あんたにと
I
っ
mean,
て
that's just economical.
猫は二度役に立つわけだわ。死ね、化け物。答え合わせがしたい。そなたも知りたいはずだ。 ベアとの亡骸を葬ると思い、その葬儀をそなたに執り行ってほ
Alright, a
しい
little
という
morbid,
こと
but
だ。
sure.
それならばどうか人の声を。
多少は私好みな頼み方になってきた。
You know, the actual Beatrice that died a couple episodes ago. When Featherine snapped her fingers, a thin spotlight shone on a table cluttered with books. There lay a folded version of the game board for Beato's game, which a theater-going spun her fingers in a circle, and the game board opened up by itself, revealing the rows of black and white pieces that were packed away inside.
ゲーム版もコマもすべて揃っている。
Can I read the instructions?
過去
I
の
would
ゲー
very
ム
much
の
like to know the
記憶も
rules of this game.
すべて揃っている。
With a rustling sound, the books flipped through all their pages on their own accord, shut themselves, and flew to the side of the game board where they waited. Inside them, all the movements of the pieces during previous games were recorded.
なるほど。足りないのはプレイヤーと解説者だけってわけ。
紅茶も足りぬな。梅干しも足りぬか。
I could go for, you know,
もちろ
some
ん
of
用意
those
し
right
よ
now.
う。
I might make popcorn after this,
いいわ。
but I want it now. However, I am a thoughtful reader and commentator, and will not be munching on popcorn when I'm talking.
それにからし大福もつけてくれたら
Ugh.
手を打つわ。
交渉は成立だ。
I mean, I love me some like brown mustard and some Dijon, but
条件が一つ。
ほう、
mustard rice cake?
それは何か。
朗読者は私よ。私。愛がないから
Sure.
いろいろとおかしな解釈をしてしまうかもしれない。でもどう読むか、どう抑揚をつけるかは朗読者の自由よ。
私は答え合わせがしたいだけだ。物語になど興味はない。そなたがどんな物語を紡ごうと全く興味がない。なるほど。
Yeah, throw all the negative inflection on,
よ
you
うや
know,
くそなた
phrases
が
you
何を
want.
したいのか分かった。
飲むでしょ。
いいだろう。私は答えが知りたい。そなたは鬱憤が晴らしたい。交渉は成立だ。
When Featherine snapped her fingers once more, a large chair appeared, as though beckoning Bernkastel to sit there. The chair, its design horribly mismatched with the furnishings of this room, was a throne. Wait, I've seen this before. This is...
認めようぞ。座るがよい。ゲームマスターはそなただ。
いいのね。本当に。いいのね。
そなたの鬱憤が晴れるような好きな物語を紡げばよい。
Oh dear.
私には興味ないこと
Oh
だ。
no.
ただし、私からも条件を一つ。私の求める答え合わせを隠し事も包み隠しもごまかしも一切なしだ。
任せなさい。腹渡引き裂いて中身をすべて引きずり出すのは私の最も得意とするとこ
Yeah, you got a
ろ。
lot of experience with it, huh?
あんたの仕込みだもの。
紅茶を入れよう。魔法でなく私自らの手でな。主が巫女に茶を入れて信ぜようぞ。
かつてベアトは私に紅茶を飲むなら魔女とに限ると言った
That's a bassy
我
track.
らにはどうやら違うようだね。
And it's moving on its own. That's why, at some point, the dish piled with biscuits had reverted to a mound of torn, meat and splattered red. No, not just meat, even intestines.
紅茶を飲むなら
化け物同士に限るわ。
Mm-hmm. Thanks for nothing, Featherine. Gobbledygook. focusing on the lyrics. Probably not going to spell too much out, but you know. Might be able to glean something. Papaya? Just throwing those random vocals when you don't know what else to put in there, you know, to make the song flow. Hit it with a doobie-da. Skiddy-bop. That was German. Wasn't that... I don't remember off the top of my head that if that was the code for like the security deposit box. Yeah, ain't that the big question? What is the silence deal, huh? Yep, just throw all those random sound effects in there. Reset the board. Yep. Oh my god. It was a piece that represented Burkestell. It was sometimes a king, sometimes a queen, it could even become a knight. However, that was only if it got promoted. Until then, it was only a piece of trash like a pawn. First came piece positioning. Even this early, the witch's game had already begun. Burkestell took Beato's piece and slowly raised it high. Okay. The seagulls cry, none were left alive. So, yeah, episode 7 ain't gonna... Doesn't sound like it's gonna go over so as well as this one did. It's, ooh, it seems like there's gonna be some wipeouts. Not gonna go that great for boy and his little crew. Episode 7, Requiem of the Golden Witch. Good morning. Today is the day of the funeral for the Golden Witch and her game. The days of the game have now ended. The fond memories are all that remain. Here, the cold hard truth will be revealed, and the game will meet its death. There was a bit of difficulty. Looks like we're fully going into like, all right, yeah, it's all over now. Let's like rip into the guts and get to the actual meat of all these riddles. But no, it's a bit of a short episode. But you know, I don't want to, you know, let's start on, you know, the beginning of episode 7 and then have to cut off, you know, right in the beginning. And it's like, what was the point of even starting? So with that is where we're going to end here for today. Once again, like, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. See you guys all next time for the next episode of Umineko, where we will be starting episode 7. Hope to get you guys all there later. Bye. Mwah.